do ciebie serca nie mam. W dziką jawą cię zaklełam.
Hello everyone. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit bunged up today. There's plenty of issues going on around here, as you can hear and probably see. So if that becomes a problem throughout the video, I do apologise, but there is not much I can do about that other than keep blowing disgusting liquids into bits of tissue and hoping that they don't interfere with the video. Appreciate everyone's willingness to put up with this throughout this video. So what is today's video about? It is going to be a Q&A. The first one of these I've ever done on YouTube anyway. I've done a few on Instagram stories and stuff before. They tend to be pretty interesting and I like watching them on YouTube, so I thought I can't be the only one. They exist for a reason. So I thought I'd give one a go and see how people like it, whether they enjoy to watch it or not. Now, obviously, the most important part of a Q&A is having the questions here so I can read them and answer them. The only issue with that being is I do film my videos on my phone, so I'm gonna have to be in, out, which may cause some issues, but we'll see how that goes. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the Q&A. We'll get right into the first question. So I should explain before we get into this Q&A. I did put up on the Instagram story, I'll put it up here, when I asked the questions, I explained that if you wanted to be kept anonymous, just ask the question as it is. If you didn't, please leave the @ of your Instagram onto the question. So if anyone's confused as to why they didn't get a shout out or anything like that, don't give me any grief. I did explain it in the thing. Yeah, hopefully no one's got an issue with that. Right, no more rambling now, I promise. This is it. First question. So first question is a pretty simple one. I'll put it here. It's what made me start YouTube. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know. I've always had a want to do it. I've never really had the confidence. I attempted it a few times during younger years, if that makes sense. I hope it does. When I was younger, doing various different things other than cars, but yeah, now we're just doing this, and yeah, I enjoy it, and that's basically what got me started. Just watching YouTube since I was about, I don't know, 10, whenever YouTube started. Yeah, so that's it really. Bit of a boring answer, but. And the next question is, what do I use to film? Now, very simple answer to that is a iPhone 14 Pro Max. I do all my videos on the iPhone 14. A lot of people have asked me how, you know, I like not to be Billy Big Bollocks, but yeah, a lot of people have asked me what camera do I use. A lot of people have said to me, I don't know how you're able to do that on a phone. It's pretty easy once you learn, but it's just years of doing photography and videography and stuff, learning how to get the best out of what you've got. But yeah, there's a few little tips and tricks that could be shared. So if that's a video that you're interested in, me going into how I film my videos using just an iPhone, even though I've got a multi-thousand-pound camera sat there that I could be using, but I like the iPhone. It's easy. Yeah, so if that's a video you want, I'm sure I can get that filmed, and we'll explain a few tips and tricks and stuff like that about how I get my videos looking as they do. So yeah. Next question's a great one. This here, hobbies outside of cars. There's a lot. I don't know if I call them hobbies, more interests. Absolutely obsessed with, don't know. Obviously cars. I like, oh, scared the shit out of me. Easiest way to explain it is I like aviation, I like photography, and I like fashion. So yeah, I've got quite an extensive, well, some would say extensive shoe collection. Really like fashion, always have, really. Got a massive interest in music. Could talk more about it, but I could go on for hours. Yeah, just photography in general, outside of cars. I've always loved photography since I was really young, just taking photos of absolutely everything. Yeah, mostly photography. This is not really a question, but more of a statement that I'm more than happy to go into. German over Japan, prove me wrong. I don't need to. I love Japanese cars, but my two favourite cars of all time and my favourite car brand of all time are all German. So I would be a bit hypocritical to go against German cars and Japanese cars. Yeah, I love Japanese cars. I've got plenty of favourites, probably ones that you're not expecting. I'm not talking about Supras and R34s. Couldn't give less of a about them. German over Japanese cars, for sure. Definitely agree. Next question. Good, isn't it? Still doing that. Okay, this is one I didn't expect, but yeah, I did say not car related is perfectly fine, so we'll go into this. My death row last meal request. Don't know, really. Probably a burger. Nice big double cheeseburger with bacon, no salad whatsoever. Portion of Five Guys fries at large. I'd never normally eat a large, but if I'm dying, what does it matter? Drink. Oh, another Five Guys. This is going to be, I'm far too excited now. This is going to be really, really controversial, but a few people watching this will know how strongly I feel about this product. Five Guys salted caramel milkshake with bacon. Now, this is going to sound mental, but at Five Guys you can put whatever you want in anything, and that includes putting things like bacon in milkshakes. And salted caramel bacon milkshakes are so good, unreal. Yeah, so I'd have one of those, a double cheeseburger with bacon, and a large Five Guys fries. I'd probably just get a Five Guys. Yeah, probably their burger as well. It's very good. There's a lot better foods out there, like I don't know, like a really expensive A5 Wagyu steak could probably be up there for me, but yeah, I love Five Guys, so probably that if it's my last meal. That or an apple. Now this is a bit of an interesting question. Timeline of dream cars, first to current. Now, I'm taking this question to mean my first dream car and moving on to my current dream car. And if that's not what you meant, I apologise. But yeah, I'd probably start off by saying that my original dream cars when I was really young was probably like the stuff that Clarkson drove in his DVD specials, like original Bogo, not SV, not any sort of special version, but like a yellow Lamborghini Murcielago coupe with manual box. That to me that was pretty up there. I went for a huge phase when I was really young of absolutely obsessing over the Lotus Exige, the Mark II, maybe. I'll put up a photo of the car, I mean, but yeah, Lotus Exige was pretty up there when I was a lot younger. Yeah, so that's probably where I started, and then as I got older and started to find my own taste, I got into like stance builds, like ridiculous camber and stuff like that. Like I loved the modified scene when I was in school and in college, and yeah, so that was a huge bit of me. Anything with 15 degrees of negative camber, I was all about. Fuck's sake. Yeah, sorry, I'm laughing just thinking about how everything's changed. Like I remember I had a wallpaper on my first laptop that was about sort of this big, and it was this awful laptop that barely ran even when I first got it, and the wallpaper was a matte black Ferrari F40 with like 6-foot flames spitting out the exhaust in a tunnel. I could not be less interested in that car now. I've sort of done it backwards. Most kids are like obsessed with Aventadors and stuff, and then they start to change their opinion and go towards sort of older cars. Yeah, I mean, flash forward years of being obsessed with Brabus, Hamann, Mansory, and a bunch of other companies, things like Novitec. I was obsessed with any modified luxury car. Yeah, but getting to my current favourite car, I'll stop rambling. My current favourite car of all time is the Mercedes G-Class platform, I guess. My favourite one would be the G500 4x4 squared, not the modern one, but the one before, the newest one that's just been made available in the US. Yeah, I love that car. I never won't. Everyone probably accepted me, everyone that doesn't know me probably expected me to say some sort of Porsche. No, just G-Wagons. I love them. This is a really good question. Yeah, so for the next question, we have my favourite V6, V8, V10 and V12. I take it means not the engine specifically, but the car the engine comes in. This should be a good one that'll probably annoy some people. So favourite V6 would probably be, just off the top of my head, maybe like Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. That's a great engine. I think that car sounds amazing. Another V6 car I really like is my friend Alex's Lotus Exige S. I'll pop up a photo here. Amazing. As far as just the engine goes, that sound is nuts. We'll go on to V8. My favourite V8 car would be Mercedes G500 4x4 squared. If I was to exclude G-Wagons, my favourite V8 car would probably be the Porsche 918. And we will go for V10. My favourite V10 is, and much to people's disgust, not Carrera GT, not LFA. Them high pitch sounds are not for me. I like low pitch, lots of burbles, cracks, pops and bangs, that sort of thing, but not in the ridiculous chavvy way that people have come to hate. But yeah, my favourite V10 would probably be the one out of the Gallardo Superleggera. I love that engine, great. I don't know how reliable it is, but it sounds amazing. And you know, therefore Audi R8 V10 Plus, the OG one. Nothing against the modern one, but you know, it's not as deep. That sound needs to be deep for me. And then my favourite V12 car would probably be favourite V12, definitely Aston Martin GT12. That car sounds nuts. That is how a V12 is supposed to sound. No high-pitched revving, flames chucking out the back. The GT12 is by far the best sounding V12 car ever, in my opinion. If you don't agree, just Google GT12 sounds. Your mind will be instantly changed, and in real life they are deafening. It's so good. Love this question. What modifications or spec options take a car from a 5 to a 10? So this is what spec from factory or, you know, OEM plus mod takes a car from a 5 out of 10 to the perfect car. I would say the easiest way to explain that is picking a colour that is not a standard colour. It's so easy to make your car stand out. I mean, I don't drive, like I don't have a Porsche GT3 sat on my drive, and I feel like I'm doing my head in when people buy either just any sort of special car or even a normal car and get it in a standard colour, like a totally normal, like if you're getting what's an example, like if you're getting a new GT3, a 992 GT3, not a touring, not anything like that, and you're getting it in black, just standard black, no one is like, it's a nice car, it's a nice GT3, I'm not questioning that, but if you got that black on like a PTS colour, so like you did like, I don't know, paint to sample, there's a red, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but there is a paint to sample colour that is black, but with, in the sunlight, it's literally red. There's a red fleck all over the paint, it's beautiful. They do plenty of purples that are basically black, plenty of greens that are basically black. Just be a bit creative. If you like black cars, have black cars. I'm, you know, not, I couldn't give less of a whatever. But if you're interested in making your car interesting, get an interesting colour. It's that simple, and that, in my opinion, is what takes a car from a 5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. Now, I'd obviously like to make it clear, please take what I've just said with a pinch of salt. If you want a black car, get yourself a black car. If you want a standard coloured car, buy yourself a standard coloured car. Congratulations, you've been able to afford a car that you love and you're happy with. This is just my opinion. I really don't want to cause any issues with, you know, people not liking what I've said. It's just my opinion, so please, as I said, take it with a pinch of salt, and yeah, we'll get on to the next question. This is a bit more of a personal question. Yeah, sure, we can film whenever you like. If you don't know, Charlie is a big race car driver. He's doing very well. Well done to you, Charlie, if you're watching this. But yeah, no, definitely next race, wherever it is, whenever it is. If you want me there, I can be there. We can film some bits, definitely. What car am I going to get next? That is a great question, and it follows us up to our next question. My plans with the XJ. I should do some explaining. My friend Dan, or DPW864, I'll pop his Instagram here. He is a big Jag guy, as many people will know that's watching this. No shocker. He has a old granddad's Jaguar XJ that he's getting rid of, and I am having it. So that's my car. Well, it will be soon. Yeah, very much plan on just making that car work as it should. There's a few little issues at the minute, to my understanding. That's sort of going to be my main priority. Cleaning it, as some people have neglected cleaning that car. We won't say no more. This is a very specific question here. What would I prefer, a Glanza V or a Civic EG? Now, I've got a feeling that we're talking about two very specific cars, judging by who asked this. I will put the cars here and here. Yeah, I just hate to say it, I've got to pick the Civic. I know that's going to upset some people, but the Civic is so cool. Yeah, it's really cool. The Glanza's cool. It's lovely. It's a really nice colour. It's had some very tasteful OEM plus bits done to it. I love it, but the Civic just takes the edge for me because it looks like it's got 1,000,000 horsepower, but it probably has about 10. I love it. Now here's a very good, insightful question from a good friend. Well, what I thought was a good friend. I was going to keep him anonymous, but here we are. This is this person here. His name is Dave, and he is just a lovely, kind man. And I actually bought him a few things just there, and we've got one sort of there, so that's good. Anyway, back to the civilised questions. Best upload 40 videos to make up for the disappearance. I apologise. I will film 40 videos talking about your slow Civic if you so want. You're welcome. A great question from Simon. Here it is. Yeah, so basically as soon as I can, there's a big mix of things to do with, financial and my time, and also just my health. Not going into it at the minute, not really my top priority. I know it should be as a car guy, but yeah, shocker. It's not really the most important thing to me right now. I'm focusing on sorting other things out at the minute, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, as soon as things have settled in my life and I am ready to do it, and all that, I will go and get that driving test done and hopefully pass and get that all sorted. Okay, this is a good question. All-time dream holiday. It's a pretty easy one for me, really. Japan. Been absolutely dying to go to Japan for best part of 4 or 5 years now. That's it, really. Can't wait. I'm definitely going to go. Me and my other half Jazz are going to go there at some point in the next year or two. Yeah, can't wait. Just doing a bit of saving, getting ready for that, and then yeah, it should be good. So the next question is one of utmost importance from a good friend of mine, Dow. We have here his Instagram, and he has asked, do you know how much I love M140s? Now, everyone with an M140 watching this, you can see this is an obvious attack. Please do feel free, if you own a BMW M140, to get in contact with Dow, just to let him know how much you love his wheels and how you've never really had a problem with reps, because it's good that he is being a representative of people that can't afford real wheels, and running reps is something that you should be proud of, and I don't think anyone should be shunned away from. So jokes aside, ripping into my awful friends, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I can't say much else than that. I really hoped you enjoyed it. Yeah, as I said before, if you want more videos of me talking absolute rubbish, do let me know. I'm going to get this edited, stick it on YouTube, and see if we get more than 10 views. So see you all later. Goodbye.